All right, so I was in the middle of testing and reviewing some of these new RTX 30 series gaming laptops, and I realized that there was a very important message that I had to share with my audience. And it's not just for now, this is probably gonna last the entire year. So I thought I'd make this video just real short and sweet for my audience and hopefully for other people that are just looking into this stuff to understand what's going on. Traditionally, when it came to gaming laptops, NVIDIA's naming mechanism or naming pattern was pretty easy to follow, right? Like a GTX 1060 laptop was good, and then a GTX 1070 laptop was better, and then a GTX 1080 laptop would theoretically be the best, right? And there's obviously variance between the three different classes based on the manufacturer, but a consumer would be able to identify which one should be good, better, best, pretty clearly. It is not the case anymore. There's a couple of reasons, and I'll get into it briefly, but at this point, with the new RTX 30 series, you can have RTX 3060 laptops that can match or possibly outperform RTX 3070 laptops. And the reason being is because of wattage. At this point, NVIDIA doesn't require the manufacturers or the OEMs to label their GPUs as like, a Max-Q variant or Max-P variant. There's none of that anymore. It's this somewhat ambiguous, just the RTX 3060 or the RTX 3070. And it's up to the manufacturer to choose how much wattage they pump into that GPU, and that heavily affects, like really heavily affects the performance that you get on those devices. So you can have an RTX 30, let's say you have an RTX 3070 and you pump 85 watts into it. And then you have another device that's also an RTX 3070 and you pump, 125, 130 watts into it. The performance is vastly different, but from the consumer side, you have no idea what's going on. You just see this device that has an RTX 3070, so you have to rely heavily on publications or YouTube videos to discover the actual performance of these devices. Now, traditionally, if you're watching this video, chances are you're gonna be looking to this stuff anyways, but you need to way more this year than any other year before. Now, the knee-jerk reaction to this is, right, when you first see this, when I first heard this, I thought, is this like malicious? Is this some insidious plan from NVIDIA to just rip people off? And there might be like an element of marketing, like it does benefit certain manufacturers. They can kind of hide their weaker thermal systems behind this new naming mechanism. But there are some companies that would benefit from this. If you're a manufacturer who consistently puts in high wattage GPUs, now you can flex that a little bit harder. I do think that there is a real reason, like an engineering reason as to why this has happened. So every couple of years when NVIDIA comes out with a new family of graphics chips, the wattage increases ever so slightly, but it just keeps going up, right? And if you look at the size of like desktop GPUs, if you look at the size of like the 900 series to the 10 series, the 20 series, 30 series, they've just gotten thicker and thicker to the point now we have like 2-inch thick triple slot GPUs that are like founders editions from NVIDIA. It's crazy. They've gotten way more energy consumptive, and also there's tools and mechanisms that you need to get rid of that heat. Desktops can deal with that relatively easily, right? You can just throw in some fans, you can do some stuff to make it better. Laptops, they don't have that option. We can't make these things bigger, or not we, but people can't make these things bigger. And if you look at the AC adapters, it's not like the AC adapters on these devices on gaming laptops have gotten bigger. If you look at Razer, I do have a Razer here. Their AC adapter has been the same size. It's been 180 watts or 200 watts. I forget the exact number, but it's the same AC adapter for years at this point because they can't change it, right? You can't have a 300 watt gaming laptop this size. You just can't do it. So I think the thermal constraints or the thermal limitations of building a laptop has almost required this weird shift in how gaming laptop GPUs have to be named. Like, there's no real easy solution to this. The only real way that I can see this being fixed and being really clear to consumers is if they completely dump the whole naming system of using the same name as the desktop chip for laptops. They shouldn't do it. It just makes it really unclear to the consumer. Like, if you're uninformed, you might think an RTX 3080 desktop GPU performs like a 3080 laptop. Like, it clearly doesn't because we're informed, but for a lot of people, they don't know that. And I think that naming mechanism has become more difficult to adopt as time goes by. So it needs to be changed, but this new system, like that we're seeing with the new 30 series laptops, it's super confusing. And I have to say, as a reviewer, it makes it difficult. Like now I have to inform my audience in basically every video that something like this is happening. So I think you have to be aware of the wattage of every single GPU that's in these devices if you're interested in purchasing one. Now, there's no easy solution to this, like I said, but what I'm going to try to do to help you guys and just people that are interested in making a purchase decision is I will keep a list or some kind of like spreadsheet, real simple, just have a list of the devices with their wattage for the GPU and maybe like throw in a single benchmark just to keep it real simple. And yeah, I'll link it down below as I get devices because I do get a lot of gaming laptops. Like this is what this channel covers a lot of. So I'll do my best to try to update it to keep you guys informed. But yeah, if you're looking to buy one, be extra diligent on doing your research this year. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. I'll see you guys next time.